Hey guys, it's Kip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Very excited about this. Got two new paddles to review. The new Gearbox GX2 Power Paddles. Gearbox has gone through a wild ride with naming a couple of paddles Power in the past that got listed, then delisted. They were ultimate chaos and kind of changed the rules as far as what is allowed and what's not allowed because they were power. Just crazy power. The bars are shot off of those paddles. Wow. Wow. Then Gearbox made the GX2s, trying something a little different, a little more traditional looking paddles. I reviewed the GX2s a few months ago. They're really good paddles, but they're crazy head heavy. And they're just not, they're nice to hit, but you better guard against like tennis elbow, anything like that, because they are really head heavy and you've got to get used to that a little bit. But along comes the GX2. They've changed a few things, and I'm really excited to try these. These paddles just right out of the box feel just really evenly balanced, so I'm excited about that. And they've done a couple of things a little different. Let me bounce through the physical components and dimensions real quick. These come in two flavors, the elongated version and the hybrid version. The hybrid, 16.2 inches long, 7.8 inches wide. Both of these paddles come with a sweet 5.5-inch long grip, 4-inch circumference. The elongated, a little more traditional for elongated, 16.5 inches long and 7 3/8 inches wide. Once again, same grip, 5.5 inches long, 4-inch circumference. Both these paddles, like I said, came in at 8 ounces, really evenly balanced, feel really, really good. The surface on these paddles, just like the GX2, is still the 3K woven raw carbon fiber. Really feels nice, really has good dwell time and good spin and very plush ride. Gearbox through the years have always been a really plush ride. Sometimes a little chaos, but a really plush ride. At the heart of these paddles, the GX2s, lies the new core. It's a little bit different than the GX2s of the past. The GX2 Powers offer something just a little bit different. So let's check out those cores right now, and then we'll head out to the courts very soon.
All right, here's the core for the new Gearbox GX2 Power. This is the hybrid core here, right? I'm showing you right now. Here is the suspended SST 2.0 carbon rib core. You can see that they're not perfect lines. They are divided here. Gearbox found that this really supplies a lot more power. You can see here there's the division. These are specifically laid and really designed to give more power. They're longer down here, shorter at the top. Very nice, very cool idea. And these are suspended around the power booster pad, which is out here at the edges. We've seen this in the poly cores, and it works the same way. It's suspended and gives a little more pop, a little more velo, and a little more power. Very nice. Now, Gearbox says that the carbon rib of this core 4 times stronger than the poly honeycomb that we're used to and 2 times stronger than the new foam. So this should last and last and last and perform well over a long period of time. Very cool. Once again, Gearbox does some really cool things. Let's look at something else they've done within this core to give it a little more balance, a little more substance. They put some lead tape, or could be tungsten tape, some sort of metal tape in here that's right below the surface and right up against the core. They put it down also in the grip. That is going to drag the sweet spot down. And where I talked about the GX2 of the past, it was really head heavy. Well, this drags that sweet spot down, gives it a really nice feel, also gives it more twist weight, raises the twist weight, and just gives it more power and more substance. But it's not out here at the tip, it's down here toward the neck and in the grip. Now this is on both sides of the paddle. It doesn't go all the way through. It's just thin strips. It adds a little more weight right underneath the surface of the paddle. Very cool. That's how, and this is on the elongated version, but it is on both. Gives that paddle a little more substance, makes it a little more headlight. Really cool, Gearbox. Like this a lot, the new Gearbox GX2 Power.
So different, so cool. Excited to get out and try these, see how they work. I don't know which I will like best, but we're going to try them both. Head out to the courts right now. Hope you're going to be there. We'll try these paddles together. The new Gearbox GX2 Powers. All right, I'll be back. All right, Gearbox. This is the hybrid version, not the elongated. All right. Money. It's going to be a tough decision which one of these two paddles I like better. I came off of that just a little bit. Do that again. I'm about to lose my cloud cover. Wow. Money. I mean money. Money. Oh. Okay, let me spin a couple with the Gearbox. This is the hybrid version. Man, that picks up on the camera. Look at that. Oh, how much fun is that? All right, guys, Gearbox GX2. Real nice depth there. Real nice. Let's do that again. Really nice. Oh, really, just right spot on. Let's go get that. Oh, just right spot on. I'm telling you, that ball is going straight toward the target. Let me go after it here. Let me go a little bit deeper. There's a little wind. There's a little tiny cloud up there. Like, see it go over the sun. All right. There it is. That one I flew just a hair. I did try and go after it though. Still dead spot on. Let's spin a couple here. Gearbox GX2. All right, guys, let me spin a couple with the Gearbox GX2. Oh, that had good bite. I didn't spin that a ton. That had a nice spin to it. Guys, let me spin this right at the target here. There we go. Oh, that was nice. It didn't get the bounce. Kind of want to see the bounce. Let me do that again. So great straight line accuracy and just good, dependable, good spin. Hey guys, back. Just spent the last few weeks getting to know the new Gearbox GX2 power paddles. I like these a lot and they really surprise me in some areas. But there is one of these that I like more than the other, and I was kind of shocked about that as well. Let me bounce through all the performance characteristics of these paddles. And we'll start out with power. I always start out with power. And I'm kind of surprised with these paddles, the power numbers. When you start throwing power into the title, you expect a lot of chaos, especially in Gearbox's recent past when they named something a power paddle and it was chaos. But the GX2 powers are not chaos. Average service speeds for me, right around 50 miles an hour. The Gearbox Hybrid came in at 53 miles an hour, very nice. And the Elongated came in at 50.6. Both of those are above average. I didn't bounce any weight on here, just went after my targets and really went well. All the serves were in, very nice depth, and just nice service numbers. Good velo coming off these paddles. Where they both shine, though, is accuracy, control, and consistency. You could go after your shots with confidence. I don't care what you were doing, resetting, dinking, driving, knocking the snot out of the ball, serves, returns, whatever your skill set is, these paddles could do it just with ease. And you just had the confidence to know that the ball was going to go where it's supposed to. No crazy jumps off the paddle. I go back to my golf days. If you're going to hit an 8-iron 130, you don't want a 155 in there somewhere. You want it to be consistent 130, land exactly where you want it to. And that's very much what these paddles do. You're not going to have the occasional flyer at all. They just go where the ball's supposed to go. Feedback and feel off these paddles, very, very nice as well. The entire face is a nice sweet spot. You don't have to worry if you wander too far out of the zone. The Elongated, if you go down in here, you are going to lose performance, but you don't go down in there anyway, and up at the tip as well. But really a nice large sweet spot. Spin, very good with the surface, the 3K woven carbon fiber surface and the carbon rib core. Very nice dwell time, very good spin. You could really, slice or top spin and just drive the snot out of it and know that it's going to go and it's going to have some nice velo and some nice spin. Good defense to offense. You go down, dig a little trash, get that ball back in the non-volley zone, and then get up there and have some fun. These are both. Once again, I'll go back, I think it's in the opener, how evenly balanced they are. And we saw in the core how they did that by, getting some weight down in here. Really nice, evenly balanced. You get up to the non-volley zone and you can have a lot of fun with these and really win your hands battles, no problem whatsoever. They come in at 8 ounces. They are still customizable. They have the nice 4-inch circumference on the grip, so you can build up the grip if you want a nice large grip or you want to stay at that nice kind of smaller size. Very customizable there. Also, throw some weight on here wherever you want. At 8 ounces, it is not that bad. You could bounce some weight on here and it wouldn't hurt the performance and probably even make the performance even better in some ways. For me, personally, I was very shocked at which one of these paddles I liked the most. I really thought going into this video, I'm going to like the Elongated. Elongated is what I played with back to the Selkirk amped version that I played with 150 years ago. And that's 16.5-inch paddles is where I really, really find my home. But, and there's always a but, this hybrid bad boy is awesome. If I'm going to put one of these two paddles in my bag, and I easily could, it would be the hybrid version. I have so much fun playing with this paddle. It's so accurate. It goes through the air maybe a little bit quicker. And that may be a mental thing, but I think it does go through the air a little bit quicker. Got nice velo. Go back to the power numbers at 53. That is not swinging off my feet, just going after your shots. I really felt like this was my happy place. I like the hybrid a lot. I like both these paddles a lot. I mean, I like what they've done. Gearbox GX2, I would go to the hybrid version. Both these paddles do come in at $279.99 US. I know that's a little pricey, but Gearbox throws so much technology into their paddles, and they're so different from what everybody else has going on that I really think, yes, it's pricey, but I get why that's worth it. They really put a lot of care into these paddles and a lot of research and a lot of time. Very impressed with what they do. I like these paddles a lot. I know there's a lot of Gearbox enthusiasts out there. I mean, I've known some known some friends that have just played with Gearbox paddles all the way along. I believe I said in the last GX2 video that it's kind of, these paddles would be a nice introduction to Gearbox for people coming from the polypropylene honeycomb core, and I still believe that. I think this, honestly, the GX2 powers are even more so because they're not head heavy. They're not cumbersome at all, and I think this would be a great introduction if you come from a poly core. You may not want to try foam yet. This is a great kind of buffer in the middle. And once again, these paddles are going to last a long time with the SSD cores, the carbon rib cores. They should last, forever and ever. Amen. They're just, I think this would be a good way if you want to get away from the poly a little bit and try something new. These are really good paddles. And once again, I'll go back to the Gearbox enthusiast. I would love to hear if you are a Gearbox enthusiast, whether you stuck with this and and this is what you're migrating toward. Do you miss the old edgeless, thin Gearbox bad boys of the past? And you've kind of reluctant to try these. I'm really interested here. We all know the Gearbox people. They really love their paddles, and they're good paddles, and they're really cool stuff. I'm excited to hear from you and kind of how you like them. Or if you're new to Gearbox and this is your first one, you're trying it for the first time. Love to hear that as well. All right, guys, I like these paddles a lot. I tell you that the hybrid, this can go in my bag anytime. I love to hit with this one. I really enjoy it. It's so much fun. I like it a lot. All right, guys, hit like, hit subscribe. Leave me your comments. Love to hear what your thoughts are on the new Gearbox GX2 powers. All right, it's still summer. Get out and play as long as we can.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good enough. That's good enough, honey.